Hello everyone. In this short video, which is dedicated for beginners, I will tell you how to approach learning programming. Certainly, learning programming can be both exciting and challenging, which is why I prepared some tips to help you on your journey. I hope those tips will keep your perseverance high and make this process as effective as possible. So, let's start. Tip number 0. Start with basics. Begin by learning the fundamental concepts of programming, like variables, data types, loops, and conditional statements. These are the building blocks of programming languages. Tip number 1. Choose the right language. Choose a programming language that's beginner-friendly and suits your goals. Python or Java are often recommended for beginners due to its simple and readable syntax. Tip number 2. You don't have to understand everything upfront. You can ask, for instance, why do I set as a first tip the number 0? Or, and for what are those square brackets there? Can't you just start counting from number 1? I'm certain that I don't have to answer that questions. Furthermore, I'm also sure that you will clearly understand what I meant when you finish the course. And remember, take your time and learn small parts one by one. Be patient. In due time, everything will start to fall into place in your head. Tip number 3. Hands-on practice. Programming is best learned by doing. Start writing code early and often. Experiment, make mistakes, and learn from them. Create small projects to apply what you've learned. Tip number 4. Break problems down. When faced with a complex problem, break it down into smaller, manageable parts. Solve each part one step at a time. This approach, called divide and conquer, makes problem solving more approachable. Tip number 5. Use online resources. Take advantage of online tutorials, courses, and platforms like this one or another. You can find here so many great authors who have a wealth of programming tutorials. Tip number 6. Practice regularly. Consistency is a key. Dedicate regular time to practice programming. Learn to program is like learning a new language. Practice helps reinforce what you've learned. Tip number 7. Stay curious. Programming is a rapidly evolving field. Stay curious and open to learn new technologies, languages, and paradigms. Tip number 8. Understand concepts, not just syntax. Don't just focus on memorizing syntax. Understand the underlying concepts. Once you grasp the logic and principles, you can adapt to different languages more easily. Tip number 9. Ask for help. Don't hesitate to ask questions when you're stuck. Online communities like Stack Overflow have active communities willing to help. And remember, learning programming is a journey, and it's okay to encounter challenges along the way. The key is to stay persistent, curious, and patient.